All right. My name is Kelvin Perez, and I am a software engineer, full stack developer, specializing in building full stack applications, SaaS apps. And right now, I don't have a job, so I'm creating these series right here. It's called Coding Until I Manifest a Job. And the goal is, or the vision is, to manifest a 6-figure remote tech job where I'm coding JavaScript, TypeScript, React. I'm building UIs, I'm building backends. And to do that, I got inspired by this video here by Philip Choi. If you haven't checked him out, definitely check him out because his stuff is very inspirational. And, I definitely fall in this range. I am 33. I have been coding for 8 years. I've worked on and off. For the first 4 years, I worked primarily in WordPress. And then after that, I did a lot of contract work in TypeScript, JavaScript. I built a Chrome extension, scaled that to about 20K MRR. But, we built it on top of Amazon, so there's platform risk. And the business model basically faded. It was no longer working. Then I worked in crypto for a little bit in 2021. Did that for a bit, made some money, took a sabbatical, traveled the world for a little bit. And I really haven't had a job per se, like a job. And I never really worked in tech, I would say. I was always contracting or working WordPress, working with agencies. But my vision has always been to work in tech, like get the big paying jobs, right? 6-figure remote tech job, right? So that is why I'm building this series. And to do that, Philip Choi, he outlines a step-by-step process of how to do it. And the key is depth, right? The key is you want to build a full stack application end to end, document it, and he gives us this this document here. It's called the Complete 110-Day Tech Blueprint, right? And he talks about the goal, which is choose one real problem to solve, right? This is your dream app, right? And for a long time, I've had this idea to build this right here. It's called SelfVision Quest. This is the logo. I even have it in my office here. You can't really see it, but the idea is to build essentially, let's see how you could put this. SelfVision Quest is a gamified routine accountability app where you track structured practice sessions with friends across different areas of interest. So if you want to learn the guitar, you want to learn a language, fitness, spirituality, you want to track how much you're meditating, or your yoga routines, your deep work sessions, right? And I want to turn it, into a personal development, into a social streak-based journey towards mastery. Meaning, how everyone, or not everyone, but there's been studies that say about the 10,000 hour rule, right? So, leveraging your time effectively to get towards your vision in life, right? And really having that awareness and self-awareness of that vision, because once you could track it, you could see like your momentum. And, I want to make it gamified so you're excited to do the thing, right? So this is essentially the only routine app that combines practitioner level depth with social accountability, built by someone who actually does this, right? And what that means is that, I'm interested in a lot of things, right? So I'm interested in, spirituality, like meditating, yoga, fitness, right? Developing the body, developing the mind. I was learning guitar, but I kind of fell off of that. And deep work, right? Deep work is kind of what I'm doing right here. This is considered deep work. And then we could expand this to anything. So it's gonna be like a routine generator, but it's almost like a habit tracker too, right? Because you're tracking these habits as routines and you're building streaks as well, right? So that's what we're building, right? So choose one real problem to solve. And essentially I'm building a SaaS, honestly. That's literally what I'm doing, end to end. And you know, the thinking behind it is, if the SaaS succeeds, I might not need a job, which is cool. But also, if I get a job, right, the bar to get the job, I have to become such a good developer, you know, work on my data structures and algorithms, and you know, build this thing end to end, host it, deploy it, scale it, which I've done all these things, right? But I don't even have right now a full project, a capstone project, you know. I built my my portfolio here. This is my portfolio, and I love my portfolio, right? But right now the only project I have is WordPress. So right now I've been, for the last, you know, few weeks and months, I've been applying to WordPress roles because that's all I have. But I know that I need to essentially build a full stack application to demonstrate where my skills are currently at and what I actually can do. And I haven't done that yet, right? But I built this, right? This is my resume. This is, and you know, it's beautiful, right? Like, this shows the whole entire journey. But, you know, to be honest, I'm not excited about WordPress. I don't wake up and want to learn more about WordPress. I want to learn more about, you know, cutting innovations like, you know, TypeScript and, you know, AI and what's happening in tech, right? So, like I said, like, this is my portfolio here, but I know that I could gear it more towards TypeScript and Node and JavaScript once I have that capstone project. And like I said, like, I built this. This is a WordPress platform I built for a local business here. And I did amazing things, right? Like, I got it to 100% Lighthouse scores, which is really hard to do. I made sure to do a lot of things, right? This is the website. So this is what I built, right? And this is actually me, right? This is my parents. This is for my parents, or my dad's, his HVAC company, right? So South Florida HVAC company, and it's very comprehensive. This website is very comprehensive. So there's a ton of things happening, custom post types, all this stuff is cool, right? But I like apps, you know, and I want to build a full stack application because I've done it before. I just don't have anything to show that I've done it, which is hilarious. But that's just the case right now, right? My career has been very interesting, and a lot of learning. So this is my GitHub here, and I'm gonna be changing a lot of this stuff, you know. But like, this is super long, but I open sourced all this stuff, right? And as you see, I've been coding. I've been coding a little bit. I got really into it then. These are my dot files. Yeah, but like, you know, I had different GitHub accounts, you know, so many things. Like, there hasn't been a track record, you know. So he's really inspired me to go all in on this one stack, one project, one offer. And basically, we're doing all this, and I already have the project set up. There's not much going on here, right? So let me go over the project. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna start a 90-minute timer. right? So this is a 90-minute timer. You can't really see it right now. I gotta work on getting it up on the stream again, because I had a different YouTube channel. I took it down just because I wanted to start fresh. I want to start clean, and you know, that's that. So okay, so this is what we have so far, right? We're working in a mono repo, right? So this is the top of the repo. I had Cloud Code help me build some, development guidelines and docs and stuff. So I'm building this with Vite. So this is the app right here. There's not a lot going on. All I've done is basically just structure it and learn TanStack Router. So basically, I'm using TanStack Router. I chose not to use TanStack Start because TanStack Start limits you to just web, and I went with a mono repo approach because in the future I see myself expanding to an Electron app for desktop and then React Native for mobile. So in total, there's going to be a web app, Android, iOS, desktop, which is Mac OS, Linux, and Windows. That's my idea, to really build a multi-platform app with TypeScript. And we went with a mono repo because we could do certain things, especially this. I'm using Turbo.js to do things like this: bun run dev, right? So that runs Turbo, and then I have an Alicia server, right? So just to go over the stack that we're using right here, let me go here, package.json. All right, so let's go over this. So web, right? So like I said, we're using a lot of the TanStack, right? So we're using TanStack query and then TanStack router. We're using Better Off for authentication. This is on the server. We're gonna use Zustan for state management, and these are just some dev dependencies. Yeah, so like I said, I'm using V with React, TypeScript React, and then we're using TanStack Router for our routing, and it's very flexible once you get the hang of it. It took me a little bit to get the hang of it. Now I feel way more comfortable. We're using Better Off for authentication, and our backend is with Alicia.js, right? So cool thing about Alicia is that you can do something called Eden Treaty, which is kind of like TRPC, where you could do things like this, where like you could export the app essentially, right? Export type app equals type of app. Then you import into the client, right? And then you just create this treaty app, give it the name, and then you could just say app.hi.get, right? And then you don't have to make an HTTP request, which is like the biggest thing now. But you still gotta know what's under the hood, right? Like how get works and post and all that stuff. So yeah, we're gonna get started on that. We're gonna get started on this. So I didn't go. So the idea is to live stream this. So, but today I had to verify my account. I had to verify my account. So you have to do stuff like this. Channel feature flexibility. So I had to do this right here. and I validated my ID, but I have to wait 24 hours. See? So that's why this is not a live stream, but in the future, the next one will definitely be a live stream. Okay. So this is what I have so far. Yeah, so that's the stack. I'm actually gonna use the bathroom real quick, and then we're gonna go ahead and get started on working on these features here that we got. This is my task list. No, this is my dev environment. Let's go to, what is it called? SelfVision task. All right, so this is what we're gonna work on now. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. We're gonna keep working on authentication because there's a lot we still have to do. And I'll probably just use Claude to make it look nice. We're also using ShadCN UI. So yeah, and then I'm probably gonna switch to this as well. I might need to do privacy mode for that. And then we'll add this light and dark mode. So we have a few things to do. Mainly is authentication. Authentication takes a lot. And then the idea that I'm thinking about is I'm kind of making my own framework for my purposes, because I like to build multi-platform apps just to target everyone. A lot of people just like to build web apps, but I'm kind of addicted to the idea of multi-platform, cross-platform apps. And then we'll talk more about that in the future. But yeah, so I'll be right back. Let me just use the bathroom. All right. I'm back. So let's see what we do here. All right. So what did I say? What do we have now? This is what we got here. Navigation. Welcome to SelfVision. Footer sign on. All right, so another thing is that we don't have a sign up route, and then this doesn't really look that nice. So if we go to dribble so if you see a login page, so this is how most login pages look like. That looks nice. And then we are gonna design this whole thing too. So the idea is that we're gonna follow this. Like he talks about, you know, we're kind of working in reverse, because at first he's like, hey, you know, pick your problem to solve. Choose a real problem in your life, not a fake tutorial app, which is important. So build a real project by yourself. That's the key to getting out of tutorial hell, by the way. And then define the MVP and wireframe. We're kind of working in reverse because I just have it in my head, right? Like we've already done most of this. I had to build Auth context, and we'll go over all that stuff. So folder structure, you know, he's using MongoDB, but we're using actually Drizzle and PostgreSQL on the back end. And then I have table plus. This is table plus here. So we're actually gonna move this to 8. And then we're gonna move this to 5. Right. 5. And then we actually want yak here. So this is gonna be for testing API endpoints. Okay, so we have everything there. Okay, and then I'm using Aerospace, I believe it's called. Aerospace as my tiling window manager. So there you go. Boom. Okay. Oh, and then I forgot to turn this on. I could turn this on and start casting. So you guys can actually see this is what I'm doing. Yeah. So I have all my workspaces here. Okay, so all right. Let's see. Okay, the first thing, we're not gonna design anything right now. We will design stuff. Trust me, it's gonna look beautiful because I do a lot of work in Figma. This is how I design my logo. This is all vector graphics here. And then I had a few ideas, but we're going to. This was like an older version, you know. Definitely an older version. I had a mood board here. Definitely cool stuff. It's gonna look beautiful. That's the key to all this. It's gonna be a really polished app. It's gonna take a while, but you know, all good things take a while. So, and like yeah, like even the website you guys saw, I designed all this, right? So, and then I coded it, and I used some AI to help me as well. But this was all designed first, and then I turned that into code. And is mobile optimized too. Made the menu, etc. All right, but that's besides the point. Today, we're just gonna finish. I really want to get all this stuff working. We're probably gonna have some placeholders in place just to make it, you know, a little presentable. Like we're using ShadCN, so. All right, so the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna duplicate this login. So we have sign in form, and then we have sign up form, and then we have login form, right? So there's two things. There's sign up. So this is more like sign up form, right? That's what I would say. This is more sign up form. And then once we go to route sign in, right? Because we just changed this now. Sign up form. Sign up form, right? And we're using NeoVim for our text editor here. Let me see how big I have to make it. That's one thing about coding on stream. We gotta make it huge. All right, cool. So, okay, so, all right, so yeah, so this is the structure for React query, right? It's our React router, I should say. So this is what's called a pathless route, or a pathless group route. And then you have, this is also a pathless route. It took me a while to figure out how all this works, but this is the main layout here. And then you have, you know, different things as well. I am coding in light mode, by the way, which is counter to a lot of people. I could go to dark mode, but it's actually better for my eyes. So I'm gonna stick to light mode. That's another thing. But I do have, just so you guys know, this is all, I built this whole thing where it changes based on the appearance. So if I was in dark, you see how all that happens? Zellage changes, everything changes. But right now it's daytime, right? So yeah, so that's what we have there. That's why it's in light mode. Cause I don't know, for my eyes it works. You guys should definitely try it. I might be crazy, but light mode definitely works. Maybe when you get older, you know, something. You know, I did get LASIK, and that has changed my perspective on things. Cause I used to wear glasses a lot. All right, so we got the sign up form. And then we're probably gonna do something like this. All right. Class name equals yeah, that's one thing. I'm kind of questioning the light mode for stream. I'm not gonna think about it too much. It is what it is. I'm weird. The code in light mode. Light mode developer developer light mode meme. How dark mode users describe light mode. Light mode user switching to dark. Dark mode user switching to light. Yeah, that's me for sure. When you set Discord to light mode. Light mode on Discord. That's crazy. I really don't think it's that bad. I mean, would I want to be this guy or this guy? I don't know. I kind of like this guy, man. Why do programmers prefer dark mode? Because light attracts bugs. When they can't withstand the brightness, change my mind. All right. Enough memes. That's funny. So, all right. Looks like we didn't use navigate there. Let's go with flex. Justify center padding 20. So what is it? Localhost. Yeah, this happens. I'm not sure why this happens. Oh, because I already have. Why is it gap 6? I guess I don't need this. Delete in here. Okay. So we could say max width equals, I don't know, 60. With who is controlling this? So this is off route. Oh, okay. There we go. So this is where it's at. So this is the this one off route. So this is the pathless group, and then this is route. So this is like the layout file, right? So I just want way more padding, like a lot of padding, just for now, just to make this decent to look at. But okay, so now, so that's the sign up form or the sign in. So why do we have a sign out route? I don't think that we need a sign out route. I think we need a sign up route. Sign up. All right. So also another thing that TanStack query does is it auto updates. So like you need this to work with the TypeScript, But it auto updates this with the CLI, and this might actually update too. Let's see. Nah, this doesn't update. Wow. But this did update here. And then it auto generates this right here, route tree gen. This is how all the stuff works. All of the type safety. That's the whole point to use this, to have type safety, end-to-end type safety. Okay. All right. So yeah, so you don't touch this file, but this is how it works under the hood. So okay, so and we got some crazy stuff going on here. Okay. Yeah, we got a glitch. I don't know what went on there. Something is going on. What did I do? Sign up. Sign in. Do I need to pass a fragment? Sign up form. Forgot password. Sign up form. Sign up. Yeah, I'm not sure. Let me discard all these changes. I don't know what the heck just went on there. So source routes. Okay. So okay. All right. So that's working again. Sign in. So we have the login form, which again, Auth components login form. We're just gonna change this to, I don't think this is what made that thing happen. This is the sign up form. And then sign up form, which was supposed to be this. Okay, so that's the sign up form. I gotta figure out a way to copy this. And then, because this is gonna be, it's pretty much gonna be the same form. I guess it just has different callback functions. Maybe we can make this into a hook or something. Okay, so then here, this is all changed to import sign up form. Okay, so then we're gonna go to sign up. routes off. So sign in. Oh, okay. So then I changed this to sign up. Actually, let's just delete that and then sign up .tsx. Right. So then we get that. Right. And then we're gonna import sign up form. Okay. Okay, and then we want something similar here. So that we're gonna import sign in form. Sign in. Okay. All right, so we got to sign up, and then we got sign in. So this is sign in. Import sign in form. Okay, so I had that confused there. All right, so what the heck? Did I not change sign in? Yeah, sign in form, sign up form. Sign in form. Sign in. Why does it keep changing this? Sign up. Sign in. Sign up. That's so strange. Why is the at features slash off slash components slash sign up form? Right? Should have done that automatically. At features. At slash features. Oh, because you gotta do at slash features. Slash sign in form. Okay, so that was a whole lot of stuff just to create another route. And there you go. We have it again. Oh man. What's going on? Huh. Create file. All I did was I deleted sign out. See, look, all I did was literally restart the server. And now it's working. That's literally all I did, bro. Was restart the server. Sign in. Sign up. Literally, that's all I did. Sign up. So, okay, so instead of sign up, we're going to $S/sign up. Switch to sign in. It's global. All right. And then this is the sign in form. Sign up. So then this is actually gonna be import link from TanStack Router. So this is gonna be link, and then this is gonna be see how this is typed here? So look, these are all my routes and they're typed. Dashboard, settings. So it knows about all my routes. So sign up. Okay. So now we actually go to the sign up page. Sign up. Sign up. Right? So now we're here. And then again, I want to do sign up to sign in /g global. Oh, I fucked up. Sign in. There you go. And then this is importing two things. Okay. So what is it complaining about? It says object literal may only specify known properties and name does not exist in type. Oh, because I guess you don't need a name, right? I sign in, and then, yeah, so I guess you don't need a name. Yeah, you don't need that name. All right, so let me see. Oh, I would have to do this. Okay, so let me see. So this is sign in. So you don't need a name. That's what I was just saying. So we're gonna take name out there. And we're gonna take this whole group here. And then so we're gonna say already have an account. Sign in. So I'm gonna say sign in there. Okay. Also, we have log in with GitHub, or we're gonna say sign up. Sign up. Sign up to SelfVision. Okay, so this is sign up. No, this is sign in. God dang. Sign in. Oh my gosh. Sign up. Jeez, I was on the wrong. I was on the wrong thing, bro. if I go, so we don't need this. Okay, so sign up. This is sign up. Jeez, bro. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we're gonna say, so sign in. We're in sign in. Okay, and then this is gonna be sign up. Sign up. Sign up. Private social does not exist. So I guess you can only sign in. I guess you could only do that. Okay, so then handle GitHub sign in. GitHub. All right, so I've already set this up. So this is okay. So I'm on sign up. Okay, don't have an account already. So now, okay, already have an account. Sign in, and then we need to bring in link from TanStack. Link, and this is to, and this is / sign in. Yeah, that's actually pretty cool. Typed routes. That's really cool. So sign in. Okay, so now we're on sign in. See that here? Sign up. And then we gotta also forget your password. So this one right here. This one's gonna be a link. Has this thing just been looping? I feel like this song has been looping. Yeah, this song has been looping. Sorry about that. Let's change it up. I don't know what that is, but I was like, dang, it feels like the same song has been looping. All right. I mean, it's a work in progress, you know, getting everything to work correctly. So yeah, let's see. Okay. Okay, so how much time we got left? Okay. All right. So forgot your password. Let's create that route. Actually, let's save this now. So sign in and sign out routes. Okay. I also want to get OCO GitHub. That's, I think it's called open commit. I want to get this working again because it's just way better commit messages. And I think let's see. Just way better. I need to get better at commit messages, but this is a good. Let me actually. Okay, so now we're on privacy mode. So I should be able to do this. Open and I think I have it here. No, I don't. It's over here. I should have an API key. I should have some credits. To pause. All right, so we're back. I'm gonna have to stitch this video together with another one, but that's fine. All right, so let's see. Maybe we got this key somewhere here. Nah, we're probably gonna have to make another key. Let's see what our billing. Okay, so I have about 987. Okay. So back to API keys. OCO new. Okay, so no changes detected. All right, so we might have that working now. All right, so let's get out of privacy mode here. All right, so handle. All right, so where were we at? Okay, so we have 42 minutes left. So sign up off route. This is done. Login page, log out page. Where do we have that? Create off layout, logo, email off, TanStack form, confirm password. Forgot password route. Okay, so this is what we're working on right now. Forgot password route. Okay, so we're gonna put that down there. And then so that's this route or that component there. What would a forgot password even look like? Dribble. Forgot password. All right, so it's pretty simple. So that's about it. Okay, so then sign in. All right, so let's see. Forgot password.tsx route. sign in, sign up, authenticated, dashboard. Okay, so we just need forgot password route. And then we just need to create a form. Let's say it's based off of this form here. And then we're just gonna say forgot password form. And then we're just gonna take this here and then forgot form. So all we really need is just email. And then it just says let's do, we don't need any of these. We really just need email. We don't need any of these. Back to login. Back to login. Sign in. Back to. Back to login. Back. Reset password. Okay, so this is just email. So we're gonna say forgot your password. A code will be sent to your email to help reset password. Okay, so let me see. Nothing is exposed there. Okay, so sign in. Forgot your password. So sign up. So sign up shouldn't have a forgot your password because you haven't even signed up yet. So sign up. Forgot. Okay, so okay, so that's that, and then sign in. Okay, so sign in, you have forgot your password. Sign in. Okay. All right, so now this is a link to slash forgot your password. Okay. Hello, forgot your password. Perfect. So it looks like import forgot your password form. Okay, so boom, we you have the forgot your password form, and then back to login. Okay, forgot your password. Back to login. Sign up. Sign in. Okay, so we're just gonna disable that for right now. That's kind of annoying. All right, so we have all those routes working. So, okay, and then okay. All right, so now, okay, so we got sign out. So we got login with Google, login with GitHub, sign up. Okay. Okay. What am I even doing? Okay. So we could do shots in UI. We could get one of these dashboards. Okay. Quick career. Just start. Yeah, I think those are called blocks. Okay. So this is just an empty. That's actually a. God dang, this one's way better. Has the logos and everything. Like this page is way better. Um. Yeah, we're gonna use ChatCN for a lot of stuff. Yeah, I should have. Oh, look at this. This is way better. Okay. Let's do, so this is sign up. Yeah, so it looks like we're gonna use different components. Yeah, like this one's better. Okay, so yeah. Yeah, we're gonna get something like this for the dashboard. Okay, so it looks like components, app sidebar. Okay, so it looks like it's app sidebar. Components, data. So this is the actual page. This is the data. Okay, so we're gonna say features, data.json. That's the data there. Components. Let's say dashboard. Dashboard. .csx. Because if we go to authenticated dashboard index. Okay, so then this is gonna be this. Actually, if we just go up, we got that. And then I was gonna say dashboard. And here, import dashboard. Okay. Is this also looping again? Extended version after the fall. Oh. All right, so let's go to here. We're gonna log in with Google. And look at that. Look at that. It still looks like we have something back here, which probably is this. All right, and then route, authenticator route, sign out. There we go. Give it a second. Oh. So Okay, let's go to dot files fish. Let's go to So this is just me updating my config. Sometimes I do this. It's pretty cool. Well, you know, having your developer environment is very important. Set up, you know, how you think for maximum efficiency. Because you see, I was trying to write pkill, port kill port, kport. I could also put kport. I don't know, but I was just trying to write pkill, so we're just gonna go with that. Okay. So then that should all work there. Okay. So, okay, so PK. All right, cool. So let's go back to the project and let's do that. And then we're just gonna say localhost. So we're gonna sign in. Look at that, nice. So we're signed in. This is our dashboard. We're gonna edit this, but pretty cool. Pretty cool. You get a lot out of the box. Probably have to move this somewhere. But you get a lot out of the box. Cool. Very cool. And then we could probably wire up log out. So if we go to dashboard, sidebar, insert, log out. What is it called? Let's go log out, log out. There we go. So drop down menu, item. How do you make it do something? I guess just wrap it in something. So if we just, or we could wrap it GSA. We could wrap it in a button. Right. And then on click, handle logout. And then we're just gonna import sign out from Auth client. We probably just could do this and just call the function there, and then log out. Log out. There you go. So log in with Google, and then that's weird. Why doesn't that work on the first click? Nav user console.log. No, function handle log out. Console log. Clicked. No. Log out user. Handle log out. So okay. Yeah, so that's interesting. See, is these little weird bugs. Like sometimes it doesn't register the click. Yeah, that's a weird bug. Huh. Sign out, use session. Yeah, that's a weird one. Handle log out, sign out, sign out. Provider. Okay, so there's no session. I'm not logged in. Now there is a session. I'm logged in. Then log out. So there is no session. So that's the issue. There's no session. If I reload. Okay. So I actually am getting logged out. So I'm logged in and then log out. See, that one didn't work. Neither did that one because we don't even see the console log. Now that one worked. What the heck is that? TanStack Router. TanStack Router Dev Tools. I want to reposition this thing. Position. So right now it's at bottom left. That's a different type of container element for. Okay, so alright, so um I think this is here. TanStack Router DevTools. Okay. So then position equals, so bottom left, bottom right. I want to see if this is what's getting in the way. Okay, so then we have TanStack Router, and then we have React Query, which they could both live there. That's fine. I just want to see if it doesn't look like it. Oh, kind of. Let me see. See, it's no now. Okay. So maybe if I just navigate like where's it at? App sidebar. No, it was log here. What if I just say import use navigate and then const navigate equals use navigate, and I say navigate dot slash TanStack Router use navigate is navigate to. Okay, so you just pass navigate, pass an object to sign in. Okay, so if we do that, I think that would work much better. If it actually registers. Okay. What the heck, bro? Okay, it stays there. So there's no session. Auth provider. Who is it? So before load, okay, so do we got here? Context loader, spinning preload, scripts, all right, so in TanStack Router, when I'm in the dashboard and I sign out if authenticated, then I want the user to sign on screen. So I sign out, but then it just stays on the dashboard. Please tell me how to do this. All right, so we got about 7 more minutes. And that's gonna end it for today. Router.invalidate. This will trigger the before load check and redirect. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, you see, I tried navigate. That didn't work. So what if we invalidate? Okay. Fires the off counts as a router. When you call sign out, better off clears the session. Use session hook out this and reflects the new to rerun all route checks. It's not phosphorus. Okay, so that actually might be it. So use router. Okay, so this actually might be what we want. Okay. Hold on. So we actually want import use router const router equals use router. So we don't need navigate. Router dot invalidate. Okay. See if that works. So we signed in with GitHub. We have a session. And then log out. So we logged out. So Auth provider. Okay, so this is the console log. Function runs. Still doesn't. Make the that actually might be it. This actually might be it. Okay. Async. So I go Shift K. Await. And then we're gonna do try. I'll put that there. And then if there's any error, console log error. Error. Sign out failed. Drop down menu item. Okay. That also might be it. Okay. This actually might be it. Drop down menu item. That actually might be it, but we did a few things. But I actually think that that's gonna be it right there. Okay. No. Nope. 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 Import, use, navigate. Const, navigate equals use, navigate. And then navigate to sign in. Alright. 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 Okay. So we're here, we have a session. Log out. Now we have no session. And we're still on this page. Can I just breathe for a little bit? Let me just breathe for a little bit. Let me just breathe for a little bit. Yeah. Let me just breathe for a little bit. Okay. I'm gonna give it the whole documentation for TanStack Router. Let's see if that works. All right. So we're pretty much done. We're gonna be wrapping this up. Okay. So let's try this. Let's try this. So router.navigate. So I'm guessing we could just do search place equals true. All right. We don't need this. Or actually, we could GCC that. Boom. Come on, man. Let's see if this works. Still nothing. I mean, if I click it twice, it works. But it doesn't work on the first pass. I wonder if something's different with router.navigate. Router.navigate. Let's see. Nothing. Session is null. Window.location.href equals. Bro, if that doesn't work, I don't know what will, bro. That's like super hacky. Wow. Wow. That is super hacky. That is super hacky. That is super hacky, bro. Let me actually see something. So we signed out, right? Let's see what actually happens. So we signed out. Get session is no. Is there any way to anytime there's gotta be a better way, bro. There truly does have to be a better way. All right, let me. I like approach one, but okay. Let's see. Use the stale time plus refetch on window focus in the auth provider. But they don't even show me. Tell me more. Middleware route. Okay. So time. Does it really? Provider. Okay. Can we actually do that? Stale. Time. Better off use social. Edge. Disable session refresh. You can disable session refresh so that the session is not updated regardless of the update. Every 1 day the session expressions. Update session freshness. This is all right. So for now, even though this isn't the best way to do it, even though this isn't the best way to do it, for right now, it's hacky. It gets it done though, and then I could finish the video. Yeah, cause log out, it works. It's not the best. I admit it's not the best. We are gonna figure out the best way to do it, but for now, that's as good as it's gonna get. All right. Added dashboard. All right, so I'm gonna push that up. Oh, I should have used the OCO, but all right, that's fine. All right, so this is the end of the video. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm gonna try to do one of these every day. All right, peace.